Round 25 NRL action coming to you from Brookvale Oval. It's the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles at home to the Penrith Panthers. Manly's starting lineup is as per program. There's one minor change on the interchange bench. Tony Jensen is out. He's replaced by Glenn Stewart. He'll wear jumper number 20. The coach of the Sea Eagles is Peter Sharp. A number of changes to the Penrith Panthers lineup. Luke Rooney is out, so too Joe Nallavau and Colin Ward off the interchange bench. Brett Howland will start the game in jumper number 22. Into the second row comes Trent Waterhouse in jumper number 16. And the new players on the bench in 18, Shane Rodney, and in 19, Danny Galea. The coach for the Panthers is John Lang. Tony Puletua is without his mate Joe Nallavau tonight. At least we'll be able to know which one it is with the flowing locks. Scott Donald, what a season, 20 tries. Reece Wesser also on 20. And we're underway at Brookie. Ryan Girdler gets us underway. Manly defending the northern or scoreboard end of Brookvale Oval and have first use of the football through Jason King. Up to the 20-metre line before being met by a wall of Panthers defenders. Prittis was in there, so too Clinton and Lang. This is Harris over the 30. Randall. Now it comes big charging run there from Solomon Amono. Randall acting half again. This is Harris over the halfway line. Some easy metres here for Manly in the first set of 6. Only on tackle 4 and they're 40 metres out from the Panthers line. They're going to kick early through Dawn. Away from Wesser. Straight there to Luke Lewis. The chase is pretty good though for the Sea Eagles. They're up in numbers in a straight line. Luke Lewis has nowhere to go.
Yeah, great start by the Manly Sea Eagles. Made easy metres to get up around halfway and then put the kick in. Some worrying signs there for the Penrith defensive line. A couple of holes already.
The Panthers' first use of the football tonight. Waterhouse, what a run there. Hasn't he had a good year coming off the bench? Chance to start tonight. Prittis out of acting half. Throwing the dummy. All taken out without the ball. Joel Clinton in back play. We're about 12 metres short of the halfway line. Here's Tony Puletua towards the halfway. Dawn is in there. So too Sam Harris. And McGuinness comes in. There's 4 Sea Eagles in there, in fact, making the tackle. Randall was the 4th of them. Last here for Penrith. Inside the 40 for Gower, but straight down the throat of the fullback Reeves. Standing on his 20-metre line. Was able to return the ball about 18 metres before he comes and meets the Panthers' defence.
That's one of the interesting things already with the Panthers. They've been in the top 4, the way that they've scored points, but it is their defence that has been a little bit of a worry. If they score 20, they allow the opposition to do the same, and they haven't really started on fire here, Greg. Really not coming off the line very quickly, allowing the Manly side plenty of yardage around that ruck area.
Well, defence has been a problem for them. They've leaked plenty of points, especially late in the season. And it's something that they've been working on at training, because come semi-final time, defence is something that wins big games.
Last tackle here for Manly. They're 30 metres out from the Panthers line. Ferris, now Dawn with the kick. It's Howland who has it covered. It almost got away from him. Another great chase here for Manly. And Howland can only take it 5 out from his own line.
It just looks like the Manly just chipping away, doesn't this opening probably 5 to 10 minutes of this first half. Really putting a good kick and chase and putting plenty of pressure on the Penrith side, who now just trying to ruck it out of their own danger zone. Only make it around about 80 metres out.
This is tackle number 3. Now it comes to Joel Clinton. And he's upended but gets the ball back. Preston Campbell gets a good bounce. There's no way through for Preston. Manly smashing the ground. They're fired up for their last game at home this season, and Preston gets up. A little bit worse for Ware. Scotty Sattler now. 30 out from his own line. Last tackle, Prittis will kick from acting half. This time it's away from the fullback and away from the winger. It's near touch. Donald has it covered though. And he's back on his 10. Here's a better chase from the Panthers. A straight line. Reeves. Prittis with the tackle. That's the 20-metre line he's just gone over. Now it comes to Ferris. Wide to Torrens. Tackle made there by Gower. Girdler in there as well. Here's Ferris.
Very good, very good.
Harris lurking out wide. Now Hamono. Runs at Scotty Sattler. Takes him ball and all, but still able to offload the pass somehow to Dawn. Referee said play on. Harris under pressure from Howland, who makes the tackle with the assistance of Joel Clinton. Last tackle here for Manly. It comes back to Ferris. Kicking, taken by Sattler after he kicked no. Referee and touch judge say play on. And Girdler returns the football.
There was good work there by Ryan Girdler down this left-hand side. Get the drop back. The winger had gone out. Now they go wide. The Panthers out to Preston Campbell. Slips over now. It starts again. Straight through.
Reeves to beat. Donald's there as well. He tries to run around. Donald Reeves comes again and makes the tackle, but Preston Campbell turning nothing into something. They're on the attack here, the Panthers. Lewis across field, trying to link with somebody. Goes himself in the end and taken to ground by King. 11 metres out from the goal line. Quick play the ball. Prittis. Now it comes to Gower stepping. He's only a metre out from the line before being tackled. A golden opportunity here for the Panthers to put first points on the board. Prittis with the dummy scores the try. Did he get it down? The referee was right there and points to the spot. Luke Prittis through the dummy. Some soft defence from Manly, and the Panthers have scored first and they lead 4-0. But you've got to say the opening stages of the game was all Manly, but the Panthers only needed a snip.
There was. Manly were very, very strong with their kick-chasing team, but poor Fatuera down that right-hand side gave the ball to this man here, young Preston Campbell. He darted away, he took off, he looked for people, and down the inside, you just can't see him. There's Reece Wester. He's gone out for the ball. He knows he's leading this try competition. Throws the big dummy, does Prittis. Gets underneath, nice and low. Well done there to the Panthers. Quick play of the balls. That's what turned it around there for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's what makes Penrith such a dangerous attacking team. Preston Campbell, great broken field runner, made plenty of metres. Got the Panthers into good position.
Here's Ryan Girdler. Hasn't had the best year with the boot, but mind you, almost half of his shots at goal have been from touch. And this one is easy for him. And little trouble for Ryan Girdler, so the Panthers, their first real opportunity, and they put points on the board and lead by 6 points to 0 on John Lang, with Peter Mulholland down on the bench, on the field, looked on, and would be feeling a little bit more at ease, but still a bit concerned about the start from Penrith.
Yeah, well, you'd have to say it's a try against the run of play, because Manly have been the stronger side in the first 7 or 8 minutes of the game.
Manly's defence has been a worry, as Greg and Gary alluded to earlier in the telecast. They missed 55 tackles last week against the Roosters, and that was a pretty soft try to concede there for the Panthers, who find themselves 10 out from their own line as Sattler plays it. Now here's Lang. I'm sure that he was expecting. He was almost flat-footed as he got the ball. He wasn't able to get up to full speed. Dawn made the tackle. Here's Pulatua. The defence is there to meet him on this occasion. Randall was around the legs. Dawn over the top. Here's Clinton. Solid charge, but back slammed to ground. The tackle made there by the number 10, Aaron Cannings. This is Gower kicking from inside. He's 40. Reeves has it covered. Donald's there with him. He's got plenty of space in front of him. But Preston Campbell made the tackle 10 short of halfway.
I think that may be a worrying part here for the Panthers, their kicking game. They're not really making that much in the yardage. They're only racked up to about the 30, and then Reeves, the fullback for the Manly side, he's bringing it back over to the 40.
I think too, Gary, apart from the break from Preston Campbell, they've really struggled to get the ball down
the other end of the field. That's because they're not getting over the advantage line. We're missing Nullarbor just a fraction around the middle of the ruck.
There's Ferris popping it back to Himono. Now it comes to Menzies. He stands, looks to offload. Pulatua comes and wraps him up. Around the legs was Prittis. That's tackle number 4. Randall throwing the dummy, going himself, and then throwing an ordinary pass picked up there by Menzies. Dawn with the back turn finds Harris. He's got Gower in front of him. He makes the tackle, but not before he can offload to McGuinness. He sees half a gap, but it closes with a great tackle there from Pulatua. That's the 30-metre line. He plays it on. Now it's the kick from Ferris. Howland is back there, gets a very nice bounce, but Ferris is able to make a good driving tackle, 5 out from the goal line.
Again, another good kick and chase by the Manly side. Look, this is a real danger game for Penrith. Manly, nothing to play for, and can prove to be a dangerous side when they got the ball in their hand, especially if they're this enthusiastic.
Let's see how the Panthers do working the ball out from their own line. Clinton trying to milk the penalty there. Now Lang takes it up to the 30, and that's tackle number 4, and they're only at the 30-metre line. Here's Gower. They've got numbers down this short side, inside the Pulatua. Here they come. Girdler kicking. He had Howland unmarked. Howland should win the race in front of McGuinness, but can he get the bounce? No. He keeps it. He was out. He had his foot out when he kicked the ball for mine. It's going to be a scrum in the end anyway. But why did Ryan Girdler pass when he had Howland on his left?
No, I just thought that he'd bring the fullback in. He had the pace to beat him. As he said, he didn't have his foot out when he kicked the ball.
Calling the 10 metres, they're calling your name. All the way back.
You hear the referee there, Steve Lyons, saying if the touch is calling the 10 metres, you've got to get back to him.
Yeah, I think if he had his time over, he would have passed the ball instead of kicking it. When he first looked to his left,
He got the affection late, didn't he?
and there was a Manly player around Brett Howland too, so Girdler thought that he might have been covered and opted for the kick.
So Manly survive on that occasion. They had the numbers down that left-hand side, Penrith, and they exploited it well. Pulatua got the pass away. Now Manly in possession through Randall. And Scotty Sattler there to make the tackle with Trent Waterhouse. Here's King. Straight at Joel Clinton, who got his head in an awkward position, but made the tackle. Here's Hamono. Up towards the 40-metre line. 3 Panthers there to make the tackle and force him back a couple of metres. It's a stronger defence from Penrith. Now King. Offloading to Ferris. Pulatua there to make the tackle, holding on. Last tackle here for Manly. The kicker's playing the ball. Dawn is the alternate. And he gets a reasonable kick distance-wise, but straight down the throat of Luke Lewis. But he's got a wall of Manly defenders in front of him. There's a good tackle around the legs by Randall, and over the top, Ryan Canning's forcing him back in a dominant tackle. Here's Reece Wesser. Chase is on for that top try-scoring list. He and Donald on 20 at the moment, so too Joel Monahan.
And that may be the thing that's going through some of the Panthers players' minds here, that Reece Wesser has an opportunity to take out the record, but also they have a chance of taking out the club record for the most points scored in a season. They're on 567 in 2003, only 32 behind, which will set a record of 599 in 2000.
There's Gower with the kick on the last, looking for touch. Menzies playing on the wing. Nice bounce there for Reeves. Keeps it in the field of play, and that's an ordinary pass to Menzies. Preston Campbell. How about that? It must be his birthday. Brendan Reeves has thrown a shocking pass. Stephen Menzies had no chance, and Preston Campbell, Johnny on the spot. The easiest try he'll score, 10-0 with a kick to come.
And if you're a Manly fan, you would be pretty disappointed with Brendan Reeves throwing this pass. Steve Menzies put himself in a perfect position. And just watch this, the kick is put down here by Gower. Menzies is having a little bit of a rest out here on the wing. He's been doing plenty of defence up the middle of the ruck. He thought that probably Reeves was going to take the ball straight up. Just trying to get on the outside there, and it bounces terribly. Preston Campbell, Johnny on the spot, picks it up straight underneath the black dot. Scott Donald, he couldn't do anything, Greg.
Yeah, good kick and chase by the Panthers there. That's Craig Gower's best kick of the night. Put it into the corner. And probably, well, you can't blame Stephen Menzies for that. And Preston Campbell, just brilliant with the ball, able to scoop it up and score the second of the Panthers' tries. They don't want to get into a game of touch football with Manly tonight. That is the problem. We've seen Penrith over the last 6 or 7 weeks, after going to a lead, relaxing a bit. The tempo of the game slows down and their defence starts to struggle a bit. They've got to play a semi-final type football game here tonight. Good kick and chase.
Straight between the posts. Ryan Girdler adds the extra 2. Menzies with the tackle, short of halfway. Penrith leading by 12. Here's Waterhouse. Last tackle for Penrith. They're inside Manly territory. They go left or right. They come right to Campbell. He kicks away from Reeves. It's a nice kick. It's away and causing Reeves trouble. And Gower's up there with a great chase.
Yeah, great chase by Craig Gower. They mix it up well, Preston Campbell and Craig Gower kicking the ball. It's very hard to defend against. Plenty of options in the kicking game as the Panthers give away a penalty.
There's a couple there, and also the mark wasn't square as well, mate. There's a couple. Okay, Craig. He didn't get square enough, and there was also a couple of blokes offside, mate. Not square and...
First penalty of the game.
That was very close. Great kick and chase. Preston Campbell took the ball on the right there, Greg. Kicked it straight over to the left-hand side. Good chase by Gower. He knew that was on.
Contact on King. The ball coming out the back to McGuinness. Now Torrens down the western touchline. Referee has found a penalty.
No advantage whatsoever. There's a strip out here.
He's got that right. Ryan
Girdler, strip.
He did. Ryan Girdler did strip the ball out. You'll see him going to make the tackle here. He's got his hand around the ball there. Then he's pulled his hands away. And then there was fair and play on. He's got a nice little moustache going there too. He's just a couple more months for that to grow.
corner. 35 out from the Panthers line. This is Sam Harris. Manly chant going up from the Manly supporters for the last time in season 2003 at Brookvale Oval. And the Penrith fans responding, and there's quite a few of them here tonight. Here's Ferris inside to Menzies. Menzies stepping away, the flick out the back to Dawn. He accelerates Harris, and they look past to McGuinness. Inside to Torrens, he's got it down for the try. Manly have hit back with a very good team try, and it's now 12-4 with a kick to come, and they answered in the best possible fashion.
And they want to make sure that the crowd keeps yelling out Manly, 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 because that was great rugby league down this right-hand side. Started once again with the ball turned back on the inside. Steve Menzies, just watch the play. He darts over, little flick out the back door. Dawn goes for a great bigger. Then it's just quick hands. McGuinness goes across. They haven't covered. Pullatua comes up nearly with a try-saving tackle. He does it, and what a good try.
Yeah, great Manly try. Hit back Steve Menzies, beating players around the ruck. Pullatua and Joel Flinton. That forced the rest of the Penrith defence on the left-hand side to come in. They had the numbers, Manly. Luke Dawn. Great ball by Sam Harris. Kevin McGuinness probably could have got there himself.
Albert Torrens.
And Nelly took the wrong option because Tony Pullatua isn't a man one-on-one, pretty hard. Like can stop a player, but Albert Torrens did a good job in the end to get the ball down.
Jason Ferris now trying to add the extra.
Taking the headgear off to have the conversion attempt. 21 metres out. A 5 in from touch. Struck it pretty well, but it'll be across the face of the uprights, and so the score remains Penrith 12, Manly 4. We're approaching the halfway mark of the first half. And Manly finally get some reward for some reasonable football they've played in the first 20 minutes, despite being down 12-4 as John Lang looks on. As Gary and Greg were alluding to earlier, Penrith conceded 28 plus points in 3 of their last 4 games, so their defence is of some concern. Despite winning 15 of their last 18, they have lost 2 of their last 4.
Yeah, but the interesting part about it, like we've spoken about, they can't score a try. And that's the big thing about this premiership. You've got people in your team that can score tries. 9 times out of 10, you're going to come away on the scoreboard in front.
As we mentioned earlier, Penrith had a big win last time here. It was against the Northern Eagles. 68-28 last year. In a game that Manly, or Northern Eagles I should say, had to win to make the 8.
Their positions were reversed last year. As you said, Mark, Manly had to win to make the 8. Penrith had nothing to play for. Came down here and put 60 on them. That's why I think it's a dangerous game for Penrith.
Manly working the ball up towards the halfway line. Tackle number 4. Dawn going to kick early. Straight to Reece Wesser. He couldn't have picked him out any better. 10 out from his own line. The 2 top try scorers meet head on, and Donald has come up with a points victory there. Reece Wesser getting too close to that touchline, and that's not an error you see too often from him.
Now opted to take Scott Donald on the outside, and there's probably not a quicker bloke out there than Scott Donald. He was never going to beat him on the outside.
So an opportunity here for Manly, 20 out from the Penrith line. Here come the Sea Eagles. Reece Wesser being called offside. McGuinness accelerating. The tackle was missed. Torrens looking for a double for the corner. Bounces away from Girdler. Gets away from Howland and scores. The Wesser mistake has cost them at least 4 points. It's Penrith 12, Manly 8 with the kick to come. The Sea Eagles fighting back.
Oh, great play. Kevin McGuinness showed very, very quick feet. Good left-hand fend. I must say, Ryan Girdler stood down and back play trying to make the tackle on Torrens. He has not got up, but just what this quick ball they've received out here, nice and wide. Goes on the angle, shows Craig Gower the open side. Cecile Lauder catches the ball. Girdler, he has a great shot of trying to push him out. He's come off second best along with Howland.
Here's Ferris. He's hooked that one as well. And so goal kicking proving a problem for Manly without Ben Walker. 12 points to 8, Penrith over Manly. And that try came from a mistake from Reece Wesser. Here's King returning the football for Manly.
He did have that bad injury with a sternum injury, so it looked like he may have done something there too.
Ben Ross on in jumper number 14. Joel Clinton having a bit of a breather at the moment. Harris. This is Shipway. There's a strong run. Tackle made there by Ross. Who wants it? McGuinness takes it in front of Randall. Another kick from Dawn. This time it's away from Wesser. Lewis going back. It's an awkward bounce. He takes it over the touchline. It was very close to a 40-20. Did he take it over? Manly loosened feed. He did take it over. And that's a lack of concentration there from Luke Lewis.
Well, Scott Donald was coming down on him very, very quickly. He's on the far left-hand side. Just watch the kickers put down. Donald is on the far left. He's screaming down at 100 mile an hour. Luke Lewis doesn't know he's coming. It takes a terrible bounce to the left-hand side. Oh, that was close. Maybe the video referee could have come into this. I think he has. He's done it. The touch, he's got that right now as Manly go wide once again. Dawn throws a little dummy.
McGuinness from acting half, showing some pace, turning inside to Harris. Bulatura and Sattler there to make the tackle. The 5 out from the line. Here's Dawn inside the Shipway. The fence meets him. Critters, dominant tackle, says the referee. He's in there with Ross. Now Ferris looking for runners. Himono's back turn. Preston Campbell made a try saver. Now Ferris to McDougall, trying to push away from Fatuira, who makes the tackle a couple of metres out from the goal line. Last tackle here for Manly. Ferris is at acting half. Dawn with the kick. Here's the chase. It's over the dead ball line. No, it's been knocked back. Shipway is there to force the ball, and that will be a try for Manly.
Just have a look because it's more fun. What are yours, mate? Just the dead ball line. I'm pretty happy with it, mate, but you're never be too sure.
Luke Dawn, I think, was the man that knocked the ball back into the in-goal area. For this man, Mark Shipway, I think you'll find it's a try.
You just thought that ball was going, it was travelling just a little bit too fast. It's put on the ground here by Ferris. Goes to the line, puts the kick in. You see there's no one in behind. And he just gets through in the nick time. Takes a beautiful bounce. He jumps up over the top. That's fine. That is play on. I just wonder if he was actually in an offside position there. He got it very, very quick. There he is. That's fine. He's left the field of play. Got it back. Shipway gets it down. That'll be a green light.
Chris Ward, the video referee, awards the try. Mark Shipway's first try for Manly. And they've locked it up 12-all, and it came from the error from Luke Lewis.
Yeah, first try came from an error from Reece Wesser. That one from Luke Lewis, who took the ball over the sideline. The ball did look like it was going dead for all money. Then sat up nicely. Dawn did a great job. Penrith had no one back there.
Change of goal kicker.
I wonder why.
Well, Jason Ferris hasn't kicked them too well. Let's see how Sam Harris kicks them. Well, he's kicked that one very well. And that's his first goal for Manly. And they hit the lead, the Seagulls, 14 points to 12, as Girdler leaves the field for Penrith. That is a blow for the Panthers, and some worried looks on the faces of the players on the bench. I saw Colin Ward there, he's out injured tonight. And let's see what Penrith are made of. 14 unanswered points to Manly.
I don't believe that the Panthers will try and risk a player like Ryan Girdler in a game of this where they know they're in the top 4 anyway.
So here's Manly. That was a very close call to Lear on for Girdler. On Luke Lewis on that corner. I thought his foot may have been on the touchline when he touched it, which wouldn't have meant that it was a Penrith loosened feed. But anyway, the score's on the board. Here's Himono. Certainly have their confidence up at the moment, Manly. Why wouldn't they? Reeves now. Away from Fatuira, who comes again to make the tackle. Martin Lang there also. Himono. Easy meters here for Manly. Last tackle.
He's had a great 26 minutes in his first half as Himono. He's taking the ball forward, and now Ferris puts it up nice and high.
Howland under pressure. Harris is there. Howland has taken it very well. There was a number of players in front of him. He kept his eye on the ball. He took it magnificently.
Oh, McGuinness has come out of this tackle very, very groggy. The left arm down. He's not happy. The trainer's gone to him straight away. He needs to get the Penrith and say they're attacking me. I don't think he didn't lift his arm up.
Penrith will want to come this right-hand side of the Manly defence. McGuinness can't move that left arm. Last tackle. Campbell in an acting half. Gower's gone the other way. He puts the kick into the corner. Donald has it covered. Will it go touch in goal? I think it will. It does, and so Manly get a 20-metre restart.
Chad, don't do it till I blow the whistle, mate.
McDougall passing on the outside of Fatuira, who follows him towards the touchline, makes the tackle. 14-12, Manly over Penrith. Penrith led 12-0. Manly scoring 3 unanswered tries. And the Panthers have lost Ryan Girdler. Here's King, Crossfield, Dawn.
I think that's where the Panthers really got to pick up, especially with the next 12 minutes as their defence around the ruck area. They're leaving some big holes down the ruck area, which has been easy for the Manly forwards to make plenty of metres.
Penalty.
Luke, I'm saying off. You're just laying there. You've got to move. Some movement. Slowing it down.
Another penalty to Manly. Their third of the night. It's 3-0, the penalty count.
It's their defence, the Panthers, early in the set, which really sets the tone for the set. And they're not getting off their line. That gives Manly the opportunity to get a roll on, which they have been doing.
There's an example there. King dragging defenders with him. Here's Shipway. Lang with the tackle. Tour also. They're inside the 10 now, Manly. An opportunity for more points. Torrens, Dawn, now Ferris inside to Himono. Through the tackle of Sattler, still going Solomon. He's on the line. That's a try.
40. Yeah, check for a double movement there, mate. I'm going to see if the ball come into contact with the ground. Sorry, West. Look at him, mate. No worries.
Reece West to go to the referee straight away, saying he may have gone for a double movement. Solomon Himono saying there, I'm not too sure if I've got this ball down, but I tell you what, the effort to try and get to the try. Have a look at his legs. Keep pumping. He turns and he looks over. There's the ball playing on the ground. This will be a penalty.
There's news coming through from downstairs about Ryan Girdler. It is a sternum injury. Don't know the severity, and it's no try.
Solomon had the chance for his second try of the season. Just tried a bit too hard. Penrith, they breathe a sigh of relief. They're really under siege here tonight, even though they're only 2 points behind. It really has been a strong performance from Manly when you consider there's the completion rates, 15 of 17 and 9 of 13. So Manly dominating possession, 60 to 40 at the moment. Here's Pulatua trying to get involved. Critis, Gower, Sattler, across field. Linking up with him, he makes the tackle. Menzies on his opposite number. Waterhouse.
That's a great tackle. That is a great tackle. Sorry, Mark.
Martin Lang coming from the field for the Panthers. Here's Pritis. Gower with the kick, keeping it low. We'll see another change also. There's Luke Swain about to come on for Penrith. So Luke came on for Lang. I think Joel Clinton's back in jumper number 8. Menzies on the ground. Who wants it? Ferris picks it up. Himono was in front of him, so he had to run it himself. 10 minutes out from half time, and Manly in front by 2. McDougall. Crossfield, inside Pulatua, Pritis there to make the tackle. Pulatua may have hurt his shoulder there, that right arm. Craig Gower's about 3 metres offside to the left of the referee, but he's picked up a penalty anyway.
Who, 14? That'll be Ben Ross calling you back. He's calling you. Touch judges are calling the 10 metres, mate. He's calling you all day. I've called him 3 times myself.
He got that right. He was certainly offside.
Got
the call from the touchy and himself.
That's a great kick by the Eagles, puts him on the attack inside the Panthers' 20-metre area.
Here comes Shipway. Clinton there to make the tackle with Pulatua. They force him back a couple of metres. It makes it a dominant tackle. Shipway slow to his feet. Now Ferris, Dawn, McGuinness had to reach behind him for the football. That's the 20-metre line he plays it on. 5 before half-time would be a huge boost for Manly. Here's Dawn. Taken to ground by Waterhouse. Tackle number 3. Tackles up their sleeve. They go left. Shipway almost lost it. Looked to get the arms free to pass back on the inside to Randall.
Watch the solo here. Go for a run for dummy half.
There he goes. Preston Campbell's there. He's still going. Solomon, can he get it down? I don't think so.
Up, boys. Leave the ball there. Let's go.
I'll give Manly another set of 6.
I think Solomon knew he was going to go very close. Young hooker come in to take the ball. He said, no, step away. This is my play. And he's tried very, so close. Great defence. There by Federera. Once again, Panthers hold them out.
I'd like to see the Panthers get some reward for that defence, and it should be a play the ball tackle 4 there for Manly instead of a scrum and give them another set.
And put the rules back into the NRL and see if we can change it.
Here's Dawn. Now McGuinness. Can he get on the outside of Gallier? Pops the ball back on the inside to Torrance, who's tackled by Gower. Quick play the ball. Reeves goes the short side. Away from defenders. Now Harris is only a metre out from the line. It's Manly in front by 2. The chance to add further points. Randall, long ball. Dawn, Shipway the decoy. Inside to Ferris. Steps away from 1. Can't get away from 2 others. 5 metres out from the line, right in centre field. They've got numbers to the left. There's only 3 Panthers out there. Preston got a hand to it. Play on, 6 to go. McDougall will score. They only had 3 defenders out there, the Panthers. Preston Campbell almost saved the try, but Manly are in again. 18 points to 12 with a kick to come.
And if Preston Campbell had taken an intercept, there was no one at home. They had to go the left-hand side. That's Manly. Get the ball out nice wide. 1, 2, 3 defenders. That's all they had. Preston goes to the intercept, just touches the ball, bounces up beautiful here from McDougall. Preston comes in and once again leans out with the right hand, plants the ball down.
Harris, the opportunity to convert the try. 4 tries tonight for Manly. Harris. Oh, wasn't he kicking earlier? 2 from 2 for Sam Harris, a perfect career record, 20 points to 12. McDougall away from Swain. Can Penrith snap out of this and get back into this game? Manly have scored 20 unanswered points. We've got 5.5 to half time. Did Swain get a hand to it? No, he didn't. Tackle number 3, says the referee. A little bit sloppy there, Manly. Menzies.
Just look at Panthers here, trying to get back onside. There's 3 or 4 players on the right that are offside. He can easily penalise them, but he's playing the advantages. Harris goes to the line once again.
Gow's doing some defensive work tonight on this left-hand side of the Penrith defence. Now Dawn gets his kick away. West is going to have to watch it. He just stuck the hand out like a big baseball mitt and grabbed it. I thought it was going to go away from him. Good tackle there by Randall. Now Luke Lewis. Let's watch the Panthers here and see how tough it is for them to get out of this end of the field. Ben Ross will play it. Tulatua coming from the field. His replacement wasn't ready in Shane Rodney. Now he comes on the field.
I think you've got to give Manly a big rep in this first half. How many players are getting into the tackles, which is really slowing down the play here for the Panthers. As Pritters jumps across the field looking for players. They get 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 players in. It just slows down that play just a fraction long enough for the Manly side to get their line set.
Gower kicking straight down the throat there of Brendan Reeves. The chase is not as great as it was earlier in the game. But Reeves is tackled there by Lewis. Now 35 out from his own line. McDougall. Good tackle there from Ben Ross.
Behind the line it is and hold. Hold.
Inside the final 4 minutes, that shook McDougall up, that hit from Ross. Hands on his knees in back play. Homono, hasn't he been good in the first half? Shipway. He's added some spark as he came off the bench. Here's Dawn. Looking for runners inside to McGuinness, who's been dangerous. He's still dangerous. Support on the inside. He lines it up, and Manly are heading in through Randall. Can you believe it? Craig Gower is blowing up at his teammates. Their defence is shot to pieces, the Panthers, and Manly have scored 24 unanswered points. Well made, John Lang. Barks some instructions. 24 to 12 with a kick to come.
Well, you've got to come to these games with the right attitude, and defence will win these sorts of games if you allow them plenty of latitude to run across the field and pick up players. This Manly side can hurt you. They've had a lot of points scored against the last couple of weeks. McGuinness shows the dummy, goes straight through. They couldn't match him with him. Great work here by the little hooker. Backs up down the middle. Gower gives chase. He's having a tremendous first half.
Sam Harris, 3 from 3. What about this score now? 26-12. It was 12-0, and Manly just gave the Panthers a try with a pass from Brendan Reeves, and it's been all the Sea Eagles.
And it was the way Manly started the game too. I know Penrith got to a 12-0 lead, but it really was 2 tries against the run of play.
Second half underway with the Panthers. First use of the football defending the northern end. And this is Luke Swain taking it forward. Penrith certainly do have the job ahead of them. There's a solid tackle. Once again from Sam Harris. They've really grown in stature, Manly, as their confidence has grown with the number of points they've been able to put on the Panthers. Their defence has certainly strengthened. This is Ross. Lockmar with the tackle. Sattler. Last tackle for Penrith. Now it comes to Gower. Straight to Torrens. Almost misjudged at the end. It bounced away from him. Runs at Sattler, who makes the tackle with the assistance of Luke Frittis. Lockmar. Bounce away from defenders. 26-12. 26 unanswered points for Manly. Hamona has been one of the best for Manly tonight. A danger every time he's touched the football. And defended strongly as well. Randall's played well also. Here's the kick from Dawn. Wesser almost, he's touched it, gone backwards. Now he's got some trouble to get back in the field of play.
Didn't the Manly side there. They realised they had some pressure on the fullback straight away. This is tackle number 2. They're only about 2 metres off their own try line. Oh, great tackle.
Able to get back there, and Lockmar with the defence. Tackle number 3, 10 metres out from their own line. Manly with 10 interchange left, Penrith with 7. So Peter Sharp hasn't made many in the first half. Here's Clinton. Here's the kick from Frittis from acting half. Is it out on the full? It is.
Well, that's great pressure there by the Manly side, especially their forwards getting off their line very quickly. Frittis forced to jump out of the dummy half, right foot, just a fraction too long. Now Manly back on the attack.
Another opportunity here for the Sea Eagles. You would think if they could score first in the second half, it would be awfully tough for Penrith to win the game. It's going to be hard enough as it is now. McDougall, cross field, trying to link up with Shipway, hitting a solid tackle. Here's Ferris, 10-metre line in front of you. Solomon Amono straight at Sattler, who made the tackle. Penalty.
I told you, mate. You looked at me. You got to come back, mate.
Surely they'll take the 2.
Steve,
on the penalty count.
Steve Lyons called Scott Sattler offside, but had no option to make the tackle. Amono otherwise would have run into a big hole.
No, he's already said he's having a kick.
Eagles a bit undecided what to do.
The captain had said, we're having a shot at goal. He's just gone, I'll tap it, I'll run.
Hey? What do you mean? No, he can't do that. You said you're kicking for a goal. You must have a shot for the goal. You've got to have an honest attempt. That's all right.
I remember a play like that. Mal Meninga was the man who did that, lined it up for the kick, rolled it off the mound, picked it up, and he had the poor winger in front of it.
As long as you say you're having the tap, you're allowed to do that. But if you say you're having the kick, you can't. Here's Harris. Can he continue his perfect record? No. It's a shocker. At least he's kicked it dead, but only just. It almost went touching goal.
I don't know if the coach would be so happy as you are, Mark, that he's kicked it dead. He'd rather than come up with the 2 points. You bring in Reeves, knew something, and he should have tapped the ball and played on.
Oh, Green, though, he missed it by that much. It almost went touch and goal. Here's Reeves to Hamono. They came up quickly there, the Panthers. Hamono got the pass away, and somehow Dawn was able to pick it up. Good to see another change for Manly. Aaron Cunnings looks like he's going to come back. 67% possession for Manly, and there's a mistake. And most of the game is being played at Penrith's end of the field. That's only the second error Manly has made tonight, and the other one led to a try.
I'm just thinking that set of 6 then, that the Panthers have decided that they're going to defend a little bit harder and faster off their line.
Bend easy, I'll tell you the ball's out, Steve. Ball's out.
Here's Wesser. Near the heel, Scott Donald has had an opportunity to add to their 20 tries. Sapper. Ferris almost above the horizontal. Faruira. And Roster screaming for the ball. Not happy he didn't get it. Here's Joel Clinton. Here's some stronger runs from Penrith, but the Manly defence is there in numbers. Preston Campbell now. Behind Sattler to Faruira. And McDougall is offside. No, Jason Ferris it
No
is.
advantage through there. Jace, you got to come back, mate. They're calling you. Come back, mate.
Quick tap. Here's Ross now. Straight and hard. The Manly defence is there again. Menzies is there. Around the legs was Watmout. Only a couple of metres out. Here's Clinton. Great tackle there from Chad Randall around the legs. Had some assistance. Gower. Now Wesser going inside. Didn't give him any room at all. Dawn saying he lost the ball. So too McGuinness. And now he gets the word from the touch judge.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you're saying, Stu. Sorry, mate, he was... Listen, don't talk to me like that. No, I'm just saying... All right, listen, mate, he was making a call. I couldn't hear him. That's all. It wasn't knock on, though, Craig. It wasn't knock on. It wasn't knock on. He just could... Oh, sorry, I just couldn't hear what he was saying. No, that's all right.
He just thought about squeezing one round the corner. Tried to pull it back in, but he'd lost control of the ball, and
no, he was calling. I couldn't hear what he was saying. That's all.
the Panthers let Manly off.
Come on, let's settle, guys. That's all right. No, yeah,
Could finish first, so they could finish fourth, the Panthers.
Top, keep your foot. Right. Now, keep your foot out of it. Okay.
So Manly working the ball out from their own end. They lead by 14, McGuinness. Has he lost the ball? I think he has. Did he get it back? No. Ben Ross has come up with it. So an opportunity here for the Panthers. This is Rodney. Up towards the 10-metre line. Critters. Great ball. Galea is over and scores the try. A mistake from Manly. Just their third of the night, and Danny Galea, who's come into the side as a replacement, has scored the try, and the Panthers are back to within 10. Started to get a little bit more possession, Penrith, but Manly still dominating 60% of it to the Seagulls. Here's Gower inside to Reece Wesser. Play on, says the referee. Not tackled. Faruira on the outside of McDougall. Lewis stayed on the outside. Donald had him covered. Now Lewis at acting half. Campbell to the defence. Away from a couple. Still going Preston Campbell. Into touch. No. Donald with the tackle. Nearly scored there. Preston out of nothing. Luke Lewis in front of Gower. Didn't get a hand to it. Now Reece Wesser. That's off the foot of Manly. Was it played out? Yes, says the referee. I thought Reece Wesser may have been tackled before he got the football. Heard there from the referee. 6 to go.
And there's now the Panthers, mate. They'll be taking the ball forward well. And that's what they need to do. Just keep going forward. Put the Manly side under all sorts of pressure around the ruck area.
Pulatua back on for Penrith. Here's Martin Lane. Straight at King, who makes the tackle. He had some help. It came from Randall. Now Critters inside to Preston. Pulatua not really expecting it. Accelerates. Goes through the defence. Can he get it down? I think he has. Tony Pulatua back on the field, 10 seconds.
Well, he's just a grounding, mate.
A set play from the Panthers, but I'm not sure that Tony Pulatua was expecting it.
No, I don't think Tony Pulatua thought he was part of the set play. Preston Campbell coming back across the other side of the ruck, flicked it to Pulatua. Great strength, great speed. And you'd have to think that is a 4-pointer.
Here's the decision, a try. Tony Pulatua, the fair dinkum has only been on the field 10 seconds. And I think the reason he wasn't expecting it is because he only just got out there. Out trying to steal it one-on-one for Stephen Menzies. Didn't get to his feet to run.
It was an ordinary pass, but they were trying to set up for the same play to try and catch the Manly side right down the middle of the ruck. Go across to the left, turn the ball back inside and find some of the lazy markers.
Times. Sloppy play the ball. Oh, he's lost that. That's Glenn Stewart. Just lost it cold.
Yeah, he's struggling to tackle. He lost it, so there's no hand on him.
First touch of the football tonight.
Just get up and play it. That's all you can do. There you go.
The young guy just come on the field. Made a couple of good tackles. Comes up with a drop ball. Maybe from there.
Take it in there, into the line, boys. Take it in the line. Just bend easy. Don't push. You're right. Fine. Luke.
Here come the Panthers. Gower out of the base of the scrum. The Manly defence is holding off, and he almost snuck his way through. Stewart made the tackle, and it may have hurt Gower there. He's in a bit of trouble as he plays it. Critters, now Fadawira. Gower with a shoulder problem, just in back play. Here's Sattler. Solid defence there from Manly on this occasion. Watmow making the tackle. Here's Preston. Pulatua, close to the line, will be hard to stop. Almost impossible. Referee says play at 4. Geez, he can't be any closer without scoring. Preston opens up try. Doesn't really matter. Pulatua misses out. Preston gets a double, and the Panthers are back in front. And Preston Campbell has Pulatua with him. Now try and stop this. He did well, Sam Harris, to make the tackle. This is Lang. Stewart there to make the tackle on this occasion. They're inside the 20, the Panthers. They go left through Gower. Sattler back on the inside. Can he score? He will. Craig Gower set it up. Scott Sattler, who's had an outstanding season, finally gets his first try of the year. It's 34-26, and now Penrith have set a new club record. 600 points in the season. It's now Martin Lang.
He is one of the men that have turned this second half around, just taking the ball forward, making us hard yards. He's doing his job out there.
Frank Waterhouse now. Here's Gower, inside to Sattler, now Pulatua. Somehow got the ball away to Reece Wesser, who was tackled straight away. It's almost 50-50 the possession rate now. So Penrith certainly getting most of it in the second half. Critters out of acting half. Gower was in support, but he had his back turned to him and couldn't see him at the critical moment. Here's a chance. Wesser under the black dot. Reece Wesser now 21 tries on the season. He came from nowhere. I'm just trying to come to terms with you actually give the referee a rap, Gary. Here's a pass to Reeves. He almost got away from Preston Campbell.
He's getting to the Greg.
Menzies. They've got numbers down here. Menzies through the dummy because Fadawira was in between he and Donald. And the Panthers had come up with it. I thought Fadawira may have been in an offside position as Pulatua gets up and runs and beats a couple before Menzies makes the tackle. Here's Lang. Pulatua coming from the field. Replaced by Ben Ross. Doubt we'll see him again tonight. Gower standing. Martin Lang coming off. Also for Joel Clinton. Interchange number 10 for the Panthers as Ross takes it forward. Now Pritis. Preston Campbell away from a couple. Wesser's on his inside. The tackle was made by Menzies. Over the back to Preston. Now it comes to Fadawira. Luke Lewis for the corner. Inside will score. Will the referee look at obstruction?
Yeah, just make sure there's no interference here. The Doikoi run around through. Back over there, mate. I think it's all right, but we'll just make sure.
Jason Ferris claiming he was taken out of it.
I think it's Wester and Preston Campbell, mate.
Preston Campbell and West are the men that are going to be looked at. It looked all right. A normal
In the run of
pace
play.
there. It's going to be hard to do. Ross, great ball out here. What's a short ball there to Preston Campbell? Just there. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
He went for the wrong player.
Yeah, look, the ball play between Reece Wesser, Preston Campbell, watch this here, just throws over the back of his shoulder, he throws out the ball nice and watch Luke Lewis here, step off his right foot, just watch this, bang, sets him up, see you later Scott Donald, straight through the middle. Greg, I have no problems with that whatsoever.
No, I think it'll be a Penrith try. Great, look at the footwork here from Preston Campbell. Jason Ferris wasn't going to put a hand on Preston Campbell. And then terrific little play in between Campbell and Wesser. The Panthers
went the wrong way.
Yeah, he went for the wrong player. Campbell realised that they were short out to the right, got it out to Fatuira, and Luke Lewis, great finisher.
Chris Ward.
That is great play.
Here's the decision from Chris Ward. There it is, the try to Luke Lewis, and they approach 50, the Panthers. Randall, the 30.
You've got to say that the Manly side, they've got players there that are willing to try. They're just missing a couple of quality players in certain positions. It'll be certainly Des Hasler's job next year when he takes over in 2004 to try and get those players to come to the club and get them back to the force that they once were.
Here's Dawn, they're going wide. Harris, out of Torrens. Solomon Amano coming off. Stewart going on. Last interchange for Manly. So Torrens and Harris and McGuinness in the second half just have had no football. As Reece Wesser will watch this go over the dead ball line. 36 points in the second half for Penrith. And Solomon Amano on the bench.
Deserve a break too there, Mark. He's had a tremendous game here. He's the big fella, making 19 tackles and 19 hit-ups. He's going to be one of their best forwards here tonight.
Stephen Menzies has worked hard also, 24 tackles, 14 hit-ups. Good offload again from the Panthers, and now into open space.
Here comes Lewis.
Wayne. He's got Fatuira on his inside, Lewis on his out, and he slipped as he came to the fullback. He's going to give away a penalty here deliberately, Brendan Reese, for some reason.
On the cross there.
That's all he wanted to do, it seemed, to give away a penalty.
Oh, I think so. He knew that he let them play the ball. There's an opportunity really with 1 minute 51 seconds left on the clock that they may come up with a try. Waterhouse once again goes to the line. He has been very strong here tonight.
Gower. There's Preston there. Run around with Gower. Tackle is made by Dawn. Around the legs. House over the top. Rodney. Tackle number 3. He'd lose possession. Referee looking.
Lost that then. It did at the end there. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you still had it. And then and then you just lost it just then. You had to pick it up with you. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I saw you had it on your against your leg, but then it moved.
Craig Gower saying 1 set. 1 minute to play out a set of 6. Shane Rodney is the man who comes up with a drop ball. Stephen Menzies was certainly telling the referee he's dropped it, He didn't believe it. Just in the last second, he goes, there it is. Look, it's on the ground.
You got to find. Look, can you hold on to your prop? Hold on to your prop, your attempt. All right, let's go.
Well, there's a strong tackle from Wesser. Manly have made the error.
That way, then that way. That way. Anthony, quiet. There, let's take it.
Watch the Panthers set the scrum very early with only 25 seconds to go. The referee will let the blow time off. There it is. They know they've got an opportunity here to put the ball over line one more time.
Try and get it in,
to get past that magic 50 mark.
Wait on, call on. Head in, Steve. Stay in, Sam.
Here's a chance. Wesser looking for a double, but Luke Lewis is going to get the double. Did he get it down?
He got it down.
40. Corner there, mate. Grounding, front post.
I think he's got it down.
Luke Lewis thinks he got it down.
I think he got it down. I don't have a problem. Once again, the Panthers, they knew they had to get to the scrum nice and early. Does he get it down? Big right arm comes out. Not a problem. Not a problem.
Their last 4 games at Brookvale Oval, Manly has conceded more than 50 points. 50 against the Roosters, 51 against Canberra, 56 against the Bulldogs, and now 52 against the Penrith Panthers. The first miss of the night for the Panthers in the goal-kicking department, but the final score is embarrassing for Manly and a comfortable win for the Panthers. Penrith 52, Manly 26, full time at Brookvale Oval.